What up? It's your boy Nick Incredible Man, and yes, I am back at it again. And this is 911 Lone Star Season 3, Episode 4 discussion slash review titled Push. And I'm gonna be 100%. Billy earned a little bit. He earned a little bit of my respect this episode. Let's talk about it.
Yo, fight until you make it, yo, don't think it, no, just take it. Don't wait for someone to break it, take control, then don't just take it. Hey, you can make it happen, you just gotta take some action. Take the ship and be the captain.
We finally have the conclusion of the Snowstorm in the season premiere. It's finally over with. Took 4 episodes, but it's finally over with. And I'm gonna be 100%. I'm glad. I was sick of the snow. I'm sorry, but I was sick of the snow. But before I talk about like other aspects of this entire episode, let's talk about the fact that the firehouse got saved. And it was saved by Lindsay's dad, which wanted to do something for Paul for saving his daughter. And what he done was donated $5 million to have them to rebuild the firehouse. Now, I know dude said he makes milk cartons and that's where all his money come from. I mean, but dang, he just throwing away $5 million like it ain't nobody's business. Okay, I see you. But dude, it was nice to see that, hey, we got the 126 back, baby. Yeah, man, we're good. It was a nice episode. There was a touching moment. There was some touch and go moments in this episode. I knew TK wasn't gonna die. Dude has been to the hospital more times than I can count in any series regular in this entire series, and he always walked away fine. So that was a given. I knew he wasn't gonna die. At one of these times, though, I feel like TK maybe should have some consequences from the things that he's done because he's been to the hospital a lot. But I'm glad that he's okay. But we also see and hear and find out what led to him and Carlos's breakup, which was basically it was really stupid, honestly. It was definitely a stupid situation, the reason why they broke up. And it all stemmed from TK. It was basically TK's fault because he felt some type of way because Carlos paid for their loft and he couldn't contribute. And then Carlos put his name on the lease as well, so they're kind of like co-owners. And he felt bad because he couldn't contribute. I get him feeling that type of way because I'm one of those people myself. Like I like to pay for my own way if I can. But if somebody does me a solid, I won't turn it down, but if I can help it, I'd pay my own way. And that's the reason why they broke up. And at the end of the episode, we see that they're back together. They're happy-go-lucky. They're moving in together. That's cool. But I was wondering what caused the breakup, and it was a very simple thing. It wasn't nothing major, but it was something major for TK because we know he doesn't really have the best track record when it comes to relationships in his past experiences. But I really love that we got that super duper happy ending at the end of the episode with Grace, TK, the whole 126, Billy and Owen kind of squashing their whole little beef. This episode gave us just a nice little resolution dealing with all the stuff that we were dealing with this episode. We see that Grace is going into labor and Billy is there with her. Now, what I loved and what I meant by Billy also gaining a little bit of respect from me this episode is because as much as Grace was shooting him down, he was still there for her because, him and Judd have that relationship. And I feel like he went out of his way. He should have because it was his fault that she went into labor anyway. But the fact that he still manned up and handled the situation, if you will. And I really give Billy a huge props and shout out for that. And even at the end of the episode, we see that him and Judd kind of squash their beef and he gets to hold Judd's daughter, which was a nice moment as well. But we see that Judd and Owen, they're all looking for Grace. They find her and everything. But we see that Owen is dealing with something different because after he went to the hospital with TK, him and Tommy had that whole moment in the car where she was trying to tell him that it's his fault and she needed him to forgive her. And he just told her straight flat out, you're already forgiven in my eyes. Like, you don't owe me anything. We're good because I don't blame you. And, that was a huge burden off of her. but it was just such a nice moment. You know, like it didn't really take anything to egg it on or anything. Owen just came straight out and said that you're forgiven. I don't blame you or anything. But we see the moment when Grace was having the baby that, you know, Owen was kind of, you know, he was reeling a little bit because after he left the hospital, you know, he told everybody that, you know, this is, maybe I need to make things right with the universe. You know, if I get everything right with the universe, maybe the universe will save my son. Now, I feel like the whole TK situation definitely came from Carlos's mom, you know, her praying and everything else. And the fact that Carlos and TK had that, you know, that relationship and that connection. And also Owen kind of just owning up to the universe. I feel like all those and everybody being there, I feel like, excuse me, I feel like all of those aspects together is what kind of really woke TK up. That along with the realization of him realizing that he was wrong. And, you know, he was talking to himself, but he was talking to his mother, but a version of his mother from inside of his own mind, you know, but him realizing that he was wrong allowed him to wake up along with everything else. It kind of just was like a helping hand. And TK woke up, and then Owen, you know, kind of had that whole stress relieved off of him. So it was just a lot of stuff going on, but we got those very wonderful happy endings towards the end of the episode. I don't know, man. Like, there wasn't too much going on in this episode. Everything kind of revolved around the same things that we were dealing with from the previous 3 episodes. But it was just a nice little ending to wrap everything up. Got put on a nice little bow. And it's been a couple... did they say... I can't remember. Did they say a time frame? Or did it just kind of just fade out? And it's like, was it 2 months? I think it's been 2 months. I think it was 2 months across the screen. I'm not totally sure. But now we're not dealing with the snow or anything. So when we come back next week, it'll be just a regular episode. And I can't wait because the whole 126 is back. We see them, everybody in their uniform. They're bringing the fire trucks in. The house looks beautiful. I'm just excited that the 126 is back, baby. But the highlight of this episode for me, with all of that other stuff taking place, would have to be the moment where Tommy came over to see Judd, and she brought her daughters, and Grace was like, well, you know, hey, well, hello, baby, say hello to your cousins, and they gave her the penguin. That was nice. That was cool. But the moment when Grace and Judd asked, could they name the baby Charlie in honor of Charles, which was Tommy's husband, which that was just such a nice thing, man. That was wonderful, and you could tell that it touched her heart, and she just wanted to cry like right there. And it was great. I loved it. I don't know how you guys felt, but I absolutely loved it, and it was a fantastic scene, man. Overall, that's the entire episode. Like I said, it was just pretty much revolving everything that took place over the prior 3 episodes. But it gave us a nice, wonderful ending, and TK got to see his mom and his baby brother at the end of the episode, and everybody's just celebrating. It was nice. I can't wait for next week's episode, man. This is your boy, Dick Incredible. Don't forget to smash the like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them, and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. Peace out.